Dean, Jonathan, hey, congratulations on the new series, The Ark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I already watched a few episodes and I was really addicted to this show already. And I feel like it should never end, but let's ask that obligatory question. Where the original concept came from? What sparked this?
It was actually I was having lunch with a man named Michael Wright, who had been the head of TNT when I did the original Leverage and Librarians. And we were just having a conversation of shows we'd like to see. And he was saying, that there is this diverse group of people in a contained spaceship on an adventure. And he missed those kinds of shows. He missed that energy. And I did too. And after that lunch, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I kept saying to myself, well, if I finally got to do my spaceship show, what would it be? And when it finally came to me, this idea that what if you had the spaceship, but all the leaders of the ship were gone? All the people who were supposed to run the ship, the decision makers, the teachers, the doctors, what if they were all killed in the first scene? How would the rest of the people react? Would they be able to rise to the occasion? Would their differences prevent them? And that became the lean-in point that the show was built upon.
So in a show like this, because I've watched a few episodes, it's just disaster after disaster after disaster. Do they ever get a breather?
Yes, they get a breather from the disasters. I mean, there's still a lot of other awful things going on and challenges going on, but no, we don't have an asteroid coming every episode.
So how did you want an approach to build the Ark, the concept of, this big spaceship, because it looks so extravagant?
Well, I think that the difficulty is, on one hand, you want this to be a pressure cooker. So you want these people in this confined space stuck with each other. But on the other hand, it's a TV series and you don't want to, you don't want it to be Das Boot. You don't want to be, feeling claustrophobic every episode. So we had to design parts of the ship to be very open and wide with these big giant windows, and other parts very tight and contained. And even some parts that had greenery and nature to give a different kind of feeling. So Randall Groves did an amazing job designing a ship that gave us all these different environments so that we won't feel like, gosh, I've seen this place a million times after a few episodes. And I think it gives us a variety of looks, a variety of feelings. And then it was just designing our stories to take place in different parts of the ship that fit emotionally what we're trying to accomplish with the stories.
Are there like unexplored parts of the ship that we have yet to see, or everyone's familiar with the whole ship already? Like,
you're getting ahead of us. You're getting ahead of us.
Well, that simply answers. How about this? Rather than just being, like a giant tombstone floating in space, do they ever make pit stops anywhere, or it is just, just going in one direction for the whole season?
They don't make pit stops in the way you mean, probably. This is not a show where we go to other planets, other than the one we're intended to go to, and explore and meet aliens and, that kind of thing. It's, they have a mission to get to this one planet, and they're going to do everything they have to do to get to that planet.
Now, because of the fact that you don't want to make this sort of like a claustrophobic type of a show, how do you handle with the actors, through their camaraderie throughout the entire season? And how many actors did you really want to, or how many characters you want to introduce into a concept like this?
Well, we had a certain amount of characters that we had planned on. But then we started getting these really wonderful day players, and they would surprise us, and Jonathan would go, I think there's something going on with that character. I think we have to develop that one more too. And then that one, and that one. Next thing you know, we've got this huge, Greek chorus happening. But it was great, and I think it allows us to take the story in really surprising and unexpected places.
Are there going to be like a new character of the week, or someone being introduced?
No. I mean, it's a spaceship, so there aren't that many characters, there aren't that, it's not like people are going to be coming from off the ship to visit us. It's the people that are on the ship are the people that are on the ship. So there's not going to be a whole lot. I mean, every once in a while we'll meet a crew member that we've only seen in the background and get to know them a little bit better, but that's about the extent of it.
And it's always hinting that there is some kind of aliens. Are we going to possibly see that through the season, or just going to tease us for multiple seasons?
You'll have to wait and see.
But I think that the thing is that this is really a human drama. This is about the people on board and their different philosophies on how to survive. And, I think we've watched this in our own world, facing, these huge issues, and we approach them really differently. And what emerges, what triumphs. And that's really, I think, the focus of our show. It's the human stories. And I think that's why even people who aren't giant sci-fi fans are enjoying these episodes, because they find the characters that they relate to, they root for, or get surprised by.
And before I leave, do you agree that parents should never fly together after a show like this?
That's been a debate in my family for a long time, and for a while we tried to say, all right, we're always going to fly separately, and then we just said, screw it.
Well, I guess
hopefully most airliners are safer than this ship.
Built sturdier, at least.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.